Shall we begin?
So recently, Netflix has decided to take on a task that no man should ever attempt. They've decided to make a live-action American movie adaptation of a Japanese animation. More specifically, the anime Death Note. And of course, the trailer for it has gotten completely obliterated by every weeaboo man, woman, and child. But why? Well, first, we have to take a look at how many live-action remakes and adaptations of animes that have actually succeeded. Oh wait, none. Okay, now I'll try to give you the quickest rundown of the manga or anime Death Note, and then we'll compare it to the trailer. In anime Death Note, you have this young adult named Kira who finds a notebook that whosoever he writes down in the book dies. The notebook he finds actually belongs to a Shinigami, or pretty much the Grim Reaper of Japanese culture that lends his powers to humans. With the power given to Kira to decide one's fate, he goes insane and he pretty much considers himself a god. The pressure of the police and investigative geniuses tracking him down, mixed in with the fact that, he's not the only human with a death note, leads him into dire situations in which he's cornered into not only taking advantage of the additional rules of the death note, but also using his own intelligence to outsmart his pursuers. Now the trailer. We've got this Mom Never Lets Me Drive the Car, Vape Master 79, Value Brand 21 Pilots. Yeah, I use premium liquid hair gel that doesn't even have the same hair color as the original main character. You know why no one will ever like live action American adaptations? Not just because people hate change. I admit, people hate change, but mainly because they always get something wrong. Something crucial. It doesn't even have to be storyline wise. It could just be how corny one character looks, or especially if it's a movie, how much screen time they've given to one character in relation as to what happened in the original. I don't know. It's something dumb. And honestly, it doesn't matter to me myself that much, but you've got to understand, the original fan base of some manga and animes can be filled with complete weeb masters. The types of guys that, if they hear you call Avatar The Last Airbender an anime, do that, they will rip your dick off and crucify you. These are the types of guys that once they see any type of combining of Japanese anime with American culture, they will not rest, they will not sleep, they will not sit down until the object or the concept has been ripped of its dignity and has a 2.7 on IMDb. The story looks like it could be great. The scene where you see people falling off a building shows they're dedicated into staying true to the fact that the Death Note allows you to kill anyone in any way imaginable. They've also shown a glimpse or a silhouette of Ryuk, the Shinigami, the thing that, actually owns a Death Note. Throughout the entire trailer, I was waiting for him, thinking that they would base the entire movie around something else. So, that's great that they've also stayed true to that. But I also feel like they chose this anime or manga because it'd be easier to generalize. It's easier to pick up. Since Death Note isn't like an anime, let's say like DBZ or Naruto that contains all these super moves and energy blasts, they wouldn't really need a big budget on special effects. All they have to do is just write and die. All the dramatic key points of the story would be more live action than partial CGI. I think it's great that someone has made another attempt at an American adaptation. It shows courage. It really does, and I applaud you for that. But all we're shown in the trailer is average climatic events and disloyalty to characters' original character design. It shows us that you don't have enough money or maybe enough passion to at least get actors who have the same hair color as certain characters, or maybe just dyeing their hair the same color or putting on a wig. I'm sure anyone who's even just watched the first episode of the original anime, not even the weeb masters that despise American adaptation, just the normal fans of the anime are gonna dislike it. I think the most this will get is a 4.8, probably lower. Not because I think it's going to be too bad, but because regardless if it's good or not, it's going to be attacked by the weeb masters. I wish you good luck, Adam Wingard. I honestly do. It might be a good movie. It might. But for the trailer, just...
Get off my fucking shit.